When I got inside the shirty shop, that was one of the first items I noticed. I do love like the argyle. Maybe I will wear this a while before thinking of reselling it. Hello Miss Amours, welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Cindy and I make videos revolving around books, fashion, lifestyle and self-improvement. So if that's something you like to see or hear more of, please consider finishing this video and checking out my other ones. Thank you. This video is basically going to show the latest items I got while thrifting. As I've repeated it so many times on my channel, I'm a Depop reseller. I buy clothes and I resell them. I don't want to like make more videos showing my process like as a Depop reseller and just like how much I love thrifting items, like may it be books, clothes, homework. It took so long for me to come out of the whole fast fashion mindset to actually be okay with thrifting, and it's so good for the environment, and of course it helps with the fact that it's become so popular nowadays. But it's basically something I've been doing for 1 year straight now, so I do believe I've become a pro in the subject. This video is gonna be separated into categories. I'm gonna try to put like timestamps so you know if you're here just for the books, you're gonna watch that part, and if you're here for the clothes, you're gonna watch that part. But if you're here for both parts, please, I hope you are, watch the entire video. Without further ado, let me show you the items I got while thrifting. Let's start with a bang. So this is a vintage dress from Nipsey. There's actually a funny story behind it, but before I tell you the story, let me just tell you some basic information in regards to that dress. It's quite short. It's giving party vibes. I love the sequins, although like I don't know if I could own a dress like that, for the simple reason that I think it's really difficult to care for. But if you do have like items like that and you know how to care for them, like go for it. Yeah, I love it. I love the material, I love everything about this dress. Now onto the little story time on how I got that dress. When I got inside the shirty shop, that was one of the first items I noticed. I asked the woman like, oh, can you please tell me like what the brand is? She was like, Lipsy. But it's another Lipsy. And the thing is, I have this bad habit of thinking older people, especially like charity sellers, because most of the time they're like older than us, don't know anything about vintage. And that is like the stupidest thing ever, because first of all, I just mentioned they're older than us. It's literally their generation. So it's like, of course she would know what vintage is, but I do like to believe they don't know. Afterwards we got talking because of an item. I'll show it to you at some point. I don't think it's the next item I'm gonna show, but once I show it I will let you know. She was literally telling me like a story about how she had that same item when she was 18, and seeing it now that she's relatively older, she's like in her 30s, 40s, she's not that old, but like it shocked her, and like it was a pleasant surprise, you know, like, oh, I remember this. And we started talking about that. I did ask her why she wouldn't get it and like give it to her daughter in the future, in case I didn't want to assume she had a daughter now. And she was like, yeah, she thought about it, but she decided not to. She mentioned again how this was vintage. Then she was like, it's an older tag. And I was like, okay, you know what, show me. Still didn't believe her, but since she had told me how the second item was like vintage, I was like, maybe she knows what she's talking about. And then she shows it to me, and it was actually a vintage lipstick. The second item I actually got was this wooden skirt. Is that even how? No, it's supposed to look like this. I love me some plaid tweed skirts, especially during winter. I feel like when you love thrifting, when you like going charity shopping, like you would like maybe want to find more skirts, because skirts are your things, or jackets and things like that. So for me, like skirts and sweaters are my things. I do love tops, like at the end of the day I do love tops and dresses, but I just feel like, I don't know, skirts, sweaters, they just have something, especially during winter. So good. But anyways, yeah, this skirt is so beautiful. I love the colors. The tag also like is different from the normal tags I'm used to, so I would like to believe this is y2k. I did get some Borderline before and the tag didn't look like that, so I would have to check. I didn't even say how much that dress was. The dress was £3. This is also £3. I love the color. It's so beautiful. It screams fall, it screams winter, it screams everything it needs to scream for me to see it and be like, I need you. The third item I found is this beautiful vintage downstairs item. First time finding this one. I do love like the argyle. It's oversized enough. It's actually like 70% acrylic, 20% wool and 10% alpaca. We do love an alpaca moment in here. I really love it. It's like good, like when you're going out in the evening and it's pretty chilly. Still in no order whatsoever, it's this jacket by French Connection. I do love finding French Connection items. If my second video is already up, you would have seen the cute French Connection skirt that I thrifted the other day. But anyways, like, the tag is giving whatever it needs to give. The item was £8. I do know the woman at the shop. She sold it to me for £6. The thing with that woman is like, she's so sweet. I've been going to this shop like since I moved in here, April 2022. I've been going to the shop consistently because it's in my street. And she started like recognizing me, so she started giving me discounts even without me asking. But sometimes she doesn't, and you know, maybe those are the times I really want a discount, but she doesn't. And the times I don't really feel like I do want one, she doesn't. So that day I was like, I can see you. I know you're not gonna give me a discount. Let me ask for one. She looked pensively. What am I doing? It's like I'm writing a fan fiction. She looked pensively at the table. Okay, not the table, the item. The item was on the table, and she was like, okay, fine. Can I do £6? And Jane, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking £6 will be fine. Although the tag looks different, I'm gonna go with my first thought. I don't think it's y2k. I don't think it's vintage. I think it's just modern. It's giving biker. It's giving gaga. It's giving oversized. It's an XL, extra large. I love it so much. Like, genuinely, I think it's one of the items I would want to keep for myself. I love also the back. And I love the 4 pockets. There's one at the top, one on the side. Maybe I will wear this a while before thinking of reselling it. Of course, like when I do that, I won't be selling it at the same price. But let's move to the next item. The next item is this Warner Bros. Studio store. Maybe to a certain extent y2k. It's the first time I'm seeing this tag. There's nothing under that kind of shows, but the fact that it says 2000 on this side, and the material is here, and like what I've noticed is like the y2k era, which is basically the 2000s, they liked putting informations here, you know. They would literally just like put them together to not stress themselves. Is her name Tweet? I don't want to embarrass myself. I'm gonna Google. I knew it started with T. I shouldn't have said what I said. I knew it started with T. Basically that's Tweety, right? Tweety Bird from the Looney Tunes. That's what Google is telling me. My hair is a mess right now. Personally, I wouldn't get it. It's great. I've had too many talks about Grey and me, so I'm not gonna come back to it. If you want to know, check out my other videos on thrifting. I feel like an item like that, I would have liked it cropped. Like, you know those like cute brush cap tops? The length of the top, like the hands, I'm fine with it. Like long sleeve is okay, but cropped in a particular way, I don't know how to explain it. This is giving it could be a better looking y2k, and I'm disappointed that it's not. It just looks like a very bland and like normal basic top. If someone actually is good at upcycling, I feel like this would be a very perfect piece to work with. Just crop it here. Just crop it here. It was originally $2.99, but I got it from after sale. The next item, I love the color. You can see it, can't you? I love the color. Like, oh my god, it's one of my favorite colors in the entire world, but I do not understand the item. Once again, got it because it was vintage. I looked at 3 or 4 like that. That way, they look so shrunk. It's written that it's a size 14. This does not look like a size 14. I'm sorry. It looks like an oversized small or a medium. I don't relate, but I love the color. I was like, you know what? It's vintage. Let's just take it because it's vintage and I love the color. No other reason whatsoever. It's from this brand called Complete Essentials. It's really chunky. Like, you know, it's those items you can wear during winter and you will love it. Personally, I will wear it with something under because it does give wool vibes. I am really sure it's made with wool. It's 50% mohair, 25% nylon, 25% acrylic, and it's made in Mauritius. So maybe not as vintage as I thought. I would say y2k. Anyways, like it's that 1990s 2000s era. Definitely. I love the color. I wish I could have a scarf, like a very oversized scarf with this color. Oh, I can't even. Did I say the price? It was $2.99. The next item is this James Pringle sweater. It's oversized, the right kind of oversized. It does show some signs of wear. Getting to the last item. I'm showing you the bonus item first before I show you the last item. It's this cute sweater vest. I feel like those are the kind of things I would find if I were to go to America, which is very funny because it's made in the US. I love the bag because I do love the color brown. So yeah, it's cute. Now let me show you the last item. That is the item the woman told me she had when she was 18. It's this cute vintage top that I love so much. It's gonna be so hard for me to take pictures of it because it's transparent. The price is £2. It's vintage milk selfridge. Oh, you're not saying everything. Oh, I just love like the end. That's actually it. For anyone that is interested in seeing the books, trust me, there are so many good ones, especially for those of you that are interested in reading. Let's look at the books now. The first item I'm gonna show, which is an item I'm always happy when I find, is Jonathan the Secret History. I feel like now I should stop teasing the fact that my copy is better. Oh, by the way, my copy is there. Oh my god, I don't want to move it. Basically, that's my copy there. I'll try to insert a picture. I would have wanted to have the Book of the Month copy, the hardcover, but they don't ship in the UK. Sadly, I can't have it for now. But I'm fine with my copy, you know. I do love this copy. I think it's really cute. Am I really making this video about covers? For anyone that doesn't know what the Secret History is this guy, he starts in university. He enters into a group, like a small group of students that he befriends. There's this guy in the group who's really annoying. No one likes him, but like he's part of the group, and they end up killing him because he's becoming too much of a problem, basically. So the whole story is, in the beginning, Donata tells her the guy is dead, and then throughout the book she explains why they killed him. From the beginning we know they killed him, but then she takes her time to explain. And to be honest, Bunny, I wouldn't want to be friends with you. He was cute, but like just really annoying as a human being. The second book is Sally Rooney, Conversations with Friends. I do like Sally Rooney. I love her style of writing. I really liked reading normal people. I started the TV show but never finished it. Should finish it. Connell in the TV series was so cute. I like that. That is the determining factor in me wanting to finish it. I don't know what Conversations with Friends is about. Oh, by the way, all those books I'm not keeping. I do have The Secret Story, as I've mentioned. The only book I'm thinking of keeping is this. It's a book I've been wanting to read for a while. It's Edmund Burke, A Philosophical Inquiry to the Sublime and Beautiful, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know why they didn't write like the whole thing here, but the back they do say Philosophical Inquiry into the Origin of Our Ideas of the Sublime and Beautiful. I was reading the summary yesterday and they were like, it was seen as an eloquent and even sometimes erotic book, and I'm here sitting like, I thought the man was talking about beauty. Yeah, it's like philosophy. I do love philosophy, and I got it for 50p. The Secret History was also 50p, although on the back it was written £1, but she did it for 50p, so that was nice of her. Yeah, that's like a very good book. I think I got intrigued by it when I was interested in reading about art and beauty, and that was one of the books that was recommended to me. Sally Rooney, Conversations with Friends. I guess it's like friends and friends of friends. Something like that. I don't really know much. I don't know why it's giving me Revolutionary Road vibes. Weirdly enough, it's basically like a girl. Her name is Frances. She's befriended by a girl whose name is Melissa. Melissa is married to this guy who is Nick, and she and her best friend Bobby start kind of like getting into their lives, which is like they get invited to their world basically, and it's a world of beautiful houses, hookahs, dinner parties, and holidays in Brittany. As it said in the same way, she starts getting closer to the husband of the girl, and then it starts making her confront a lot of things in regards to her life. Basically, sounds interesting now that I think about it. I'm actually considering checking it out now. The fourth book is The Outsider. Genuinely, the minute I read the summary of that book back in, was it 2020? I think that's when it came out. I've been intrigued in all possible ways, but I was reading on Goodreads like reviews, and someone literally spoiled it for me. The person didn't really get into it like specifically, but I think it was something about not liking how the whole thing was made, because basically someone commits a murder and then everything actually points to him being the murderer, but then they can't arrest him because another camera was showing him something like that. Yeah, like he was literally somewhere else at the time the crime was happening. The person said the way it was handled was supernatural, something like that. And when I read it, I was like, you know what, No, not my type. It sounds intriguing, but then when you start bringing things that are not real into the mix, and I know it's literally Stephen King. Like, but I think when I read the thing, I was expecting more of a murder mystery, not like a whole, I don't know. So I decided not to read it, but it's still a book that I always look at fondly. Like, I wish I can just sit down and read you. The next book is Attachment by Rainbow. Wow. It's two people that are emailing each other about their lives, and the IT guy is literally reading. When they're emailing, you know, the whole exchange, and yeah, basically it's creepy. But then he starts falling in love with one of them, and I think it's cute. I want to see like if he ends up actually approaching her. But genuinely, if I have to be honest, it's not a book I'll be keeping. I'll be reselling it. Why? Because I don't know, it's not something I would normally gravitate towards. But it sounds cute. I like the premise. It's giving like those new hating game, vibes. Not the hating game per se, but those type of romance books that started like coming out recently. The next book I got was The Fast Diet by Dr. Michael Mosley and Mimi Spencer. I don't have much to say about that book. It will be good if I'm actually intrigued by. Oh, this looks so good. Oh my god, guys, like I recently discovered I'm in love with broccoli. I cooked it last time. It was like a mix of vegetables with cauliflower and like carrots and things like that. But just the broccoli, I loved how it absorbed the spices. The only thing that did that for me, like the only vegetable that did that for me, were onions. When I discovered broccolis can do that, oh, I'm sorry. That's all I eat now. The next book I got is Margaret Atwood's The Testament. I remember the whole hype when this book came out. Oh my god. I just realized that woman literally was not checking the prices. This Fast Ahead, Attachment, and two other books were part of a £4, no, £1 for 3 books actually, but I had one more book. Listen, I'm not the kind of person who goes to charities just to bargain for prices. No, I went to them and I was like, it's 3 books for £1, and they were like, yes. And I was like, what if I'm adding one more book? How much is it going to be? They were like, it's fine, don't worry, we're gonna do all for £1. So I wasn't gonna say no. So basically, yeah, that's it. This was supposed to be 150 as the tag said, but she did it to me for £1. And that's another shop, by the way. And the next two items are literally Sophie Kinsella, The Party Crasher. I don't have much to say about Sophie Kinsella, besides the fact that she's one of my favorite romance authors. She actually writes well and beautifully. Just check her out. That's all I'm gonna say. Like, check her out. She's actually a very good writer. That's her latest book. I'm not really intrigued by the idea of this, like reading the plot and the summary, but she's so good. She's one of those people, when you're reading her, you forget about your life issues. And I know that's like what happens with most of those feel-good books, but she's really good. The last book is Hans Andersen's Fairy Tales, and it's basically like The Princess and the Pea, Thumbelina, The Emperor's New Clothes, The Little Mermaid, The Steadfast Tin Soldier, The Nightingale, The Ugly Duckling, The Snow Queen, The Shepherdess and the Shivness Sweep, The Happy Family, The Goblin and the Grasses, then Story Dance. I'm kind of like rushing right now because I have no memory on my phone. So basically, yeah, I just had all the books I got today. I just realized all you can see is my head, and I'm really sad. I thought you could see my outfit, but it's fine. I would like to apologize for this part. This was the first shelf I installed. I'm installing the next one on Monday. I needed help to do that, and I showed the whole process in a video that is supposed to come out soon on transforming my room. This was my thrift haul. Let me know what item you liked the most, from clothes to books. I hope to see you in the next video. Thank you all for watching. Love you, mes amours. Bye.